welcome to Art Studio. I'm Lisa Lowell, and are you tired of just plain old t-shirts? Well, today we are going to show you how to take your t-shirts from plain to just plain fantastic. And I'm so happy to welcome Mary Green from Michael's Arts and Crafts in Torrance back to the studio. She has the most amazing techniques to show us today. I can't wait to learn.
Thank you very much for having me.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
You brought even more stuff today than last time. I love it.
I did. Well, you know, I always say more is more. So.
More is more in crafting. I love that too.
Yes.
So you brought these simple t-shirts and you're going to show us how to turn them into
We're
those amazing.
We're going to make them rock stars, yes.
Love it. Where do we begin?
You do start with a plain, mild-mannered t-shirt.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is modify the neck. If you can see on our example, we have the slit marks creating kind of a collar effect almost.
It's really cute.
Okay. So you want to kind of match the binding up and lay it flat because we're actually going to cut through both levels.
Okay, I'm going to open mine up so I don't cut through the bottom.
And then you take your trusty ruler. I mean, I have a quilter's ruler, but just a plain ruler will work for you.
Okay.
And what you do is I kind of work my way around the shirt and I just lay it here and I put the mark 1 inch so it's kind of clears your collar, and then it's 3 inch, and you're going to be cutting this way.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then I kind of go in the middle and mark it, and then I go halfway, roughly. It doesn't matter because she's a punk and she just doesn't do things straight.
She's rebellious in her pink t-shirt.
Exactly. She's feminine but with an attitude. Yes. So you just keep until you mark all the way across, and then I've done one simply a little bit for the cameras to pick up a little bit. To just mark all the way across there. And then, oops, I've unmessed my shirt up. Okay. Then what you want to do is just start with your rotary cutter. And again, this is kind of punk. We don't even use a ruler. We just run it.
And you want it to go through all the way. It's going through both layers.
Correct.
Okay.
You see, we are going through both layers here.
And you prefer a rotary cutter to a regular pair of scissors?
You can, because if you were going to do the scissors, what you would have to do is kind of match it up and then snip it like this, and then, it'd really be punk then. Yeah. Yes. And actually, you can with this just cut this completely off, so you kind of have a fringed effect.
Oh, nice. So the neck would just roll over.
Right. You take this binding off, and then it would just roll over, and that'd be kind of fun. I'm going to let you do a few.
Great. I'll try a little on mine here.
Okay. Yeah, and see how easy it is?
Really easy.
Yeah.
And I'm going all the way through without any problem. That's
the beauty part. When you have trouble cutting through fabric, it is because you've cut with paper with those scissors or the rotary cutter. Your paper will dull them immediately, and then they're no good for fabric.
So you want a separate pair.
If you ever struggle with your scissors and fabric, it's because you've used it on paper.
Interesting.
I have
That's probably the problem with the scissors we have here in the studio today.
That's kind of why I brought it up, because you were saying that there was a little bit of issue with that.
A few issues.
Okay, so we get the idea of that.
Yes.
So I just need my already modified shirt
magically
there.
Have two perfectly done.
Right. This is actually the next step.
Look how cute that is already.
And you can see, you could leave it like that.
And even on the back. Show the
exactly.
Camera. Really cute.
Exactly. It just makes it a little more interesting. And now we'll get the rotary cutter out of the way and the mat, because we're going to start getting messy.
Oh, good. The fun begins.
Yes. We want to put on a pair of gloves, and we're going to do. It's not technically tie-dyeing, but it is a stylized kind of fabric dyeing. It's as simple as scrunching your t-shirt and spraying it.
Sounds a lot easier than dyeing, frankly.
Right.
With a big bin and tub and water and all that.
Right.
I didn't know you could do it this way.
We're going to do the zebra effect.
Cute, like this here in the rock star. Great.
Oh, maybe we should get these out of here too. Okay. Have a little more space. And then it is as simple as just scrunching your shirt up like that. And then you want to pick a color and just start spraying.
That's great. I thought it was a blue. Let's not do glitter.
That is a glitter. It will show when it dries, it'll be sparkly, but it won't change the color. We want some contrast.
So just right here,
just
anywhere.
right, yeah. Just spray it until you've got strong forearms.
This is great. And did you just do one side? Did you go all the way across?
I did both sides. I did both sides. Well, I left a little bit here for the stripe down there, but you certainly could just do that if you wanted to.
And do the neck as well a little bit?
Yes. Yes.
Great.
And then you kind of see, you
That
get
is so cute.
the zebra effect.
Zebra,
yes.
sure.
And I'm not real thrilled with that. I usually do about 3 times.
Okay.
Just scrunch it up again and spray again. And you could even do a different color if you wanted to. I just kept it kind of simple for the example.
That's right, different color. Why not?
And that's, yeah. It doesn't even matter if they clash because
it's pretty subtle too, punk, right? And it's pretty subtle actually. This one's almost out.
Yeah, that's the one I used. I think there's another of the
there
lavender.
We go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
there it is.
Boy, this is much less intimidating than attempting to dye.
Exactly, with the big pot
Absolutely.
on your stove. See, and it does it a little bit more.
Really cute.
And I usually do it, a 3rd time. But what I do too is kind of take it to the back because you want to be, as you're leaving, you want to have a little attitude as well.
A little attitude. I like that. You always have good words for your crafts, Mary.
Thank you.
That must be the teacher, the instructor in you.
Well,
good ways to describe things.
Yeah, well, I think people learn better with humor than they do, just boring. Now this is a tie-dye.
Especially in crafts, it's not that serious, right?
See, and again, it does give you a nice effect, but we need some more. And we kind of want it to match. And if it isn't pretty,
doesn't matter.
That's the whole point.
It's not a wedding gown, right?
Exactly right. Okay. Yes.
Look
Pretty.
at that.
And
Great.
I think I would do it one more time, but
one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a little bit more in the middle, maybe.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to show you another technique that I didn't do on that shirt, just to show you a little bit more since we're getting crazy with it.
This is just an acrylic fabric.
Yes.
Paint.
Yeah. This will stay. I would recommend. Probably giving it a shot with the iron, which we'll do after we finish the print. But to get that spiral effect you see at your some of your concerts that we had in the 60s and the 70s, you did this and you just basically
Did you do that for that one there? Or is that a different
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of did that in spots. I basically just crumpled that one up.
So you just spray right there on the little knot there, spiral.
And you could use 2 colors if you'd like.
Okay.
But this is actually one of our favorite projects to do with the kids for birthday parties. I don't know if you knew that we actually do crafting birthday parties.
What a great idea. Oh, look at that.
And I do this, run through the very same thing with them, and then they go to town with it, and you'd be amazed at what they come up with. But
I love that technique.
Yeah, this is your old standard, the swirly that you see a lot.
That is great.
Okay.
And I see that there's even more.
Right. Well,
to these shirts.
We can't stop there. So we take the shirt and we're actually going to use. Do you remember that stapling machine that adds studs and jewels?
I do.
Learned about in the 80s. Well, that's what we're going to do.
Tell me it's back. Is it back?
In a big way.
In a big way. Okay.
Very big way.
So you're talking about a machine kind of like the Bedazzler. There are several machines that do this type of thing.
So we take this and it's basically just a stapler, and they have this handy tool here, if I can get it out. But this is very convenient for applying your stud to it, or a jewel. See, I think that's a little stud, isn't it?
Looks like it.
Yeah, you just put it on there.
Put it on.
Okay, we just apply it here.
Oh,
and
easy.
it fits right in there. And then you just decide where you want your stud or jewel to go. And I kind of put it in the middle, or you could use it, to
on the ends. But you're doing it in the middle of the cut.
Right, right.
Of the strip.
And that kind of brings me to the point that this double knit material is very forgiving.
Oh, that was easy
It doesn't.
too.
Yes, if you can operate a stapler, you can operate this machine.
When you say it's forgiving, if you change your mind, can you just
you
unpry
can
those?
take it out you know, just unpry them gently and it comes right out.
Nice.
But I also wanted to show you that double knit material is very, very forgiving. This bag here is actually a t-shirt that we've modified,
cute.
and it's a little bag.
That is so cute.
We just
There's no
cut
end
it
to
up
what you
and
could do with
tied it. I mean,
t-shirts.
this is basically a no-sew project. You just need some ribbon and some beads, and you've got a fun little project
Really
there.
cute.
And there's just a lot of different ideas like this on Michaels.com.
Great.
Which is actually where I got the inspiration for this
Is
shirt.
it?
Yes,
So a
it
lot
is.
of good ideas there to use as a resource.
Yes.
Great.
All the time. I go there practically on a daily basis.
Well, you need to come up with a lot of ideas, I
Right.
understand, because you're in
It's
charge of,
research for work, yes.
you do a lot of all the educational programs? Is
Yes,
that right?
I do. I do.
You can add jewels to anything, shoes,
Yeah, you
bags,
yes.
anything you wanted to.
And
That's
this
really
would
cute.
be the little bit of a time-consuming thing, you know, to
Sure,
bedazzle that.
sure. We
Yeah.
get the idea though that you can certainly add to that.
yes,
And the
yes.
really exciting thing that you brought as well
Right.
is this big machine.
This is a wonderful machine. It's relatively new. I'd say a couple of years old. And this is a self-contained silk screening
Wow.
machine.
Okay.
It takes you from start to finish.
Great.
For a finished product. I don't know if anybody's familiar with silk screening, but it was a very cumbersome, difficult process before. You had to cut your image out with an X-Acto knife where you can actually burn it, almost like a photographic method.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
Where you take your screen, you apply your emulsion to it, the blank emulsion. You use one of the transparencies. They have some really cute art that you can purchase, or if you can use your computer and
can print it.
Photoshop, that you can create your own.
Great.
I noticed you were mentioning a party that you were going to.
Yes.
And I think it'd be a really cute idea to take a black and white photo and dress everybody in the T-shirt with
it's
this
a great
person's
idea.
face on it.
Great idea. And if you aren't as creatively inclined to come up with it on your own, there are lots of pre-made
Right,
examples
and that's what these
in them.
are.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
And you can just do them on a plain shirt like I have mine.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yes. And I think we have another model, my manager at the store. He's wearing one today as well.
Oh, good, good.
If he'd like to model it. Oh, he doesn't want to. Okay, we have to cut that one out then. Okay.
So how do we get this rock star image onto our
The
t-shirt?
T-shirt. Well, I already have the screen here prepared.
Okay.
I've taped it down to give myself a little bit of working room.
And
here,
how
the
do you
little-
get the actual, this is the transparency taped onto the silk screen? Is that
This
what
is actually the emulsion burned into this is the image burned into the emulsion and then gently washed away. So the screen is the negative image.
So how did you burn it on there? How does that
There's
happen?
a light unit in here.
Oh, okay.
You lay the transparency onto the screen, you put your onto the bed of it, excuse me. Then you put the screen down and turn the light on.
Gotcha.
And
Almost like a photocopier
exactly,
sort of idea.
yes, exactly.
Okay, I understand
And
that.
there's also it has a drying unit in there as well, because
great.
between these steps, you need to dry it, and it speeds up the drying process. So
Right.
it really is, you just need this box.
Well,
And everything you need comes in the box.
That's
So you're a
nice.
happy camper and having a lot of fun.
and if nothing
Right out of
else,
the
what I
box.
like too is just to get the introduction from you
Right.
to what silk screening is,
Right,
because we
right.
certainly all have t-shirts and
So now to get the image, we're gonna print on this shirt right now. I just need the gunmetal dye here, the ink, excuse
ink,
me.
so this is all
And
the
these
ink.
come in a lot of different colors. Yeah, this is the gunmetal bronze, and there's the black and the
white and
white.
black.
Yeah, I just brought some of them. But there is a variety of colors that you can use as well. And what we do is we just squeeze, oh, hello. Just squeeze a generous amount across the top of your image here.
And this is what you used for the rock star.
Correct, the
Nice.
gunmetal, because of course it has to be punk. So if you could help me raise this up just a little bit, because we want to spread the ink out first before we apply it to the screen. So you just wipe it a little bit. I want to get that. I think I'm going to go.
I don't know if the camera
Forward.
can see that, but it almost has looks like you're doing bricklaying
Or
a little bit of
exactly.
cement work.
Exactly. So
smoothing it
then you
out.
want to lay this down.
Okay.
And then we rub this over, and I hope I can do this backwards.
Doing a great job.
We're going to do it twice. And we're going to just run it this way just in case. just because I know things.
So you want to be sure you've completely covered your
Correct.
sort of negative
That's
image, the white
correct.
spaces.
And then we don't want to waste any ink, so I always just kind of scrape it back
That's
into
one thing I've
the
learned
bottle.
in
Yes.
doing this show, that you crafty types are
we
very
don't
resourceful.
we don't like to waste because it's valuable stuff, and
course.
even the little extra tidbits.
Yes.